Hey guys, so a few years ago, I was diagnosed with psoriasis. Psoriasis is an autoimmune disease. It's a disease that attacks your immune system. And some of the symptoms that it has given me was it'll give me these little dime, nickel size, red scaly patches around my elbows and knees. In my case, in the beginning, it was light, right? So it was very light. It just started here and there, something that I kind of just like put on the back burner and in denial or think that it will go away, right? So as I noticed that it started to get worse throughout the years, it started to spread through my scalp. So I got concerned. I went to the hospital. They were able to prescribe me some medication, some treatments, some creams, and certain other things like light therapy that can help. But then one thing that it does is it kind of just masks it, right? Because psoriasis is an autoimmune disease, so it actually attacks the inside, right? So, but what it does is the symptoms is it just gives you these skin conditions, and some others could have more more moderate or even more severe cases than mine, right? But and as in the past few years, I noticed that it started to spread more and more. So I got concerned. And even recently, it started to spread on my face, right? So around our elbows, knees, on our scalp, we can kind of mask it, right, with clothing or hair. But then on your face, I mean, we're very self-conscious beings, right? So it's something that really concerned me. So then I went back to the doctors and dermatologists, and they were talking about giving me other treatments, things that they maybe certain type of injections, but it's something that I don't want to go through, right? Because one thing it does, certain those the other things is whether it's pills or injections, it also brings down your immune system, and you want your immune system to be really strong, right? So I started researching online, YouTube. There are some doctors, some physicians that are very educated and experienced in just autoimmune disease in general. So I was able to learn a lot from it, but also something that I found that was extremely valuable was the testimonies of others that have been dealing with this condition for many years. And they were able to give me a lot of good information, right? A lot of the things that trigger your symptoms and spread is age, right? So as we age, we deteriorate, right? So it's inevitable, but we could help with things that would treat it, right? But diet is one thing, sleep, rest, a lot of things that we consume is inflammatory, right? And if it's inside, then it's going to appear outside, right? So there are some home remedies such as that I was told, like some coconut oil, olive oil. But I was able to do this for a few weeks, and I have noticed that my conditions have gotten better, a little bit more remission. But one thing that I want to share is because we all, well, a lot of us, we deal with certain conditions, whether if it's internally or externally, it doesn't necessarily have to be psoriasis, but I would say get ahead of it, right? Because I believe that if I would have got ahead of my situation several years ago, my conditions would have been a little bit better, right? So fortunately, mine's is still light and moderate. But then when you don't want to procrastinate about it. You don't want to put it in the back burner. You don't want to be in denial. You don't want to hope that's going to go away. Get ahead of it, right? Try to find out the root cause of it, and then put yourself in a better position to help treat it. All right. So that's one thing that I wanted to share. Hope you guys have a good day. Happy Sunday.